was less familiar with Delton's usual schmoozing, but a polite nod was the best he could manage. Later, Rory and Chloe arrived, only to be stopped by Mick, the bouncer, who had clearly been given strict instructions. Members only. Well, I am a member. Where's your membership card? Rory searched his pockets. Frantically, knowing full well he probably hadn't seen it in years, and that it was likely buried under a pile of old exam notes. Well, I appear to have left it at home. If you give me 20 quid, I'll let you in free. Mick, ever the opportunist, winked subtly, a transaction conducted with practiced ease. I'm a member. I've been a member for about 5 years or so, Rory protested, his voice rising in indignation. I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to leave, sir. Where would you like to land? Mick began to nudge him towards the door, his expression unyielding. Come on. It's all right, Mick. He's Delton Thorne's brother, Alistair. Interjected smoothly, his voice cutting through the rising tension, saving Rory from a public eviction. Is that right? Yeah. Honest. All right, then, in that case, have a nice evening, sir. He's a laugh, old Mick. So the grab-a-digger says to the vicar, well, I've got to have somewhere to park me bike. See you in a minute, Mick. Switching back to his landlord persona, gave a brief, forced chuckle before retreating behind the bar, clearly relieved to be rid of the conflict. Rory, red-faced but grateful, led Chloe over to Delton and Alistair. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Chloe, this is my brother, Derek, and Delton, this is Chloe. Hello, Chloe. Very pleased to meet you. Rory has told me all about you. Don't worry. I'll try not to shout it all about. Delton gave her a booming smile and a wink, his eyes twinkling with a mixture of charm and dubious intent. That's very kind of you, Derek. Rory's told me all about you as well. Although, I must admit, I didn't believe him until now. Chloe gave Rory a pointed, but affectionate look, a tiny smile playing on her lips. Yeah, well, shall we sit down, Chloe? Yeah. Can I get you a drink, sweetheart? Just a Coke and ice, please. I'm driving. Right, okay. Rory, you, non-alcoholic lager. So what line of work you in, Chloe? Delton asked, already sizing her up for potential business ventures, his mind whirring with possibilities. I work for a bank. Oh, really? Tell me, do they do loans? Why don't you leave Chloe alone? Rory hissed, embarrassed, knowing Delton's penchant for turning every social interaction into a sales pitch. No, that's all right. I'm only being polite. They do arrange loans according to status, of course, Chloe replied, her professional composure unruffled. That's you out then, don't it? I don't actually work on that side of things. I'm an overseas investment. Delton does a bit of that. Albanian watches, Turkish raincoats, that sort of thing. Would you like me to go and tell Mick what you called him just now? Rory. Tells me your dad's in business. Delton tried to steer the conversation back, too. Himself, a master of self-promotion. Yes, he's got his own printing workshop. Oh, yeah, I thought was that family. Business passed on sort of. No, there was no silver spoon involved. He used to live on a council estate around this area. Oh, really? I better know him. What's his name? Perry? Alan Perry. Perry? Alan Perry. Yes, a little fella. One brown eye, one blue eye, talks with. U.S. Win walks with us. That's it. Listen, I'm gonna leave you to lovebirds and just remember, Chloe, Rory tells me everything. Delton winked exaggeratedly, then lumbered off to eye up potential punters, presumably for his next grand scheme. Thanks for the warning, Chloe replied, amusement flickering in her eyes. A woman clearly used to unusual characters. I'm sorry about Incas, Rory mumbled, rubbing his temples, referring to Delton's usually incoherent ramblings. Why are you apologizing? I think he's lovely. Delton. Yeah, he makes me laugh. Chloe actually smiled, a genuine, warm expression. Well, yeah, he's all right, I suppose. At times. Well, I'd better make a move. I've got to be up early for work in the morning. Alastair, noticing Delton's departure, approached Trent and Arthur at the bar, sensing a fresh audience. I'll be glad when I'm retired like you, Alastair, Trent remarked, joining. Alastair at the bar, still meticulously arranging the beer mats. Yeah, you can't beat it. Trent, drag yourself out of bed about 11 o'clock. Just in time to relax for the rest of the day, Alastair said with a serene smile, the picture of contented retirement. You retired a bit early, though, didn't you, Alastair? I thought you jewelry dealers were making so much money you carried on till you dropped. Arthur asked, his voice raspy. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Keeled over on the floor one day. Ticker. Trouble. All the stress of business. Doctors gave me 6 months to live. Alastair said with a perfectly straight face, a hint of something unreadable in his eyes, perhaps a glimmer of dark humor. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, you don't want to take too much notice of these doctors, Alastair. They'll say anything to get rid of you. That's private. You take that Georgie Collis. I mean, they only gave him 6 months to live. He was gutted when he tripped. Well, upset. Yeah. Then they discovered, of course, that they'd only mixed up his records with another bloke's. Yeah. but the other